power of consistency is one of the most important things we can learn. It's not flashy. It doesn't make headlines. It's not the magic pill people are often looking for. But make no mistake, it's the foundation of all success. When we think about success, we often think about talent or luck. We see the final result, a person standing at the top of the mountain, basking in glory, and we assume they got there because they were born with something special. We might think they were lucky, that they just happened to be in the right place at the right time. But more often than not, the truth is far more straightforward and less glamorous. They were consistent. Being consistent means showing up every day, putting in the work, and doing what needs to be done, whether we feel like it or not. It means setting goals and sticking to them, even when the initial excitement fades away. It means taking action, not just when we're motivated, but especially when we're not, because motivation comes and goes. It's easy to feel motivated when we're excited about something new or when things are going well. But what happens when that initial enthusiasm wears off? What happens when the going gets tough? That's when consistency comes in. That's when we see who is truly committed and who is just interested. Consistency is not about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about making a decision to keep going, no matter what. It's about pushing through the tough times, staying focused on our goals, and refusing to give up, even when things don't go as planned. It's about understanding that success is not a straight line, but a series of ups and downs, twists and turns. And it's about knowing that, as long as we keep moving forward, we will eventually reach our destination. It's important to understand that being consistent is not something that comes naturally to most people. We're wired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. We're drawn to what's easy and familiar. And when things get hard, our natural instinct is to give up and look for something else. But that's where the power of forcing yourself to be consistent comes in. It's about overriding those natural instincts and making a conscious decision to stick with it no matter what. It's about recognizing that the discomfort is temporary, but the rewards of consistency are lasting. There's a famous story about a man who wanted to dig for gold. He spent months digging, but he didn't find anything. Frustrated and discouraged, he gave up and sold his equipment to another man. The new owner resumed digging in the same spot, and within days struck gold. What the first man didn't realize was that he was just inches away from hitting the gold when he gave up. He was so close, but he let his frustration and impatience get the better of him. This story is a powerful reminder of the importance of consistency. It's a reminder that success is often just around the corner, but we'll never know if we give up too soon. It's a reminder that the path to success is not always easy, but it's always worth it. And it's a reminder that, sometimes, the only thing standing between us and our goals is our willingness to keep going. Forcing yourself to be consistent is about developing a mindset of perseverance. It's about deciding right here and now that you're going to stick with it, no matter what. It's about committing to your goals and refusing to let anything stand in your way. And it's about understanding that, while the journey may be long and challenging, the rewards of consistency far outweigh the temporary discomfort. One of the most important things to remember about consistency is that it's not about how much we do at once, but about what we do regularly. It's about small, daily actions that, over time, add up to big results. It's about showing up every day, even when we don't feel like it, and doing the work, even when it's hard. It's about making progress, no matter how small, and knowing that every step forward is a step in the right direction. When we force ourselves to be consistent, we build momentum. We create a habit of showing up and doing the work, and the more we do it, the easier it becomes. We start to see results, and those results fuel our motivation to keep going. We start to build confidence in our abilities, and that confidence pushes us to keep striving for more. We start to see the value in our efforts, and that value drives us to continue on our path. Consistency is about discipline. It's about having the discipline to do what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. It's about having the discipline to stay focused on our goals, even when there are distractions all around us. It's about having the discipline to keep pushing forward, even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. Discipline is not something we're born with. It's something we develop over time through practice and repetition. It's something we cultivate by making a conscious decision to do what needs to be done, regardless of how we feel. And it's something we strengthen by forcing ourselves to be consistent day in and day out. When we develop the discipline to be consistent, we unlock our true potential. We discover what we're capable of achieving when we put our minds to it. We realize that we have the power to create the life we want simply by showing up and doing the work. And we understand that, while success may not come overnight, it will come if we stay the course and remain committed to our goals. It's important to remember that consistency is not just about achieving our goals. It's also about becoming the person we need to be to achieve those goals. It's about developing the habits, the mindset, and the skills that will allow us to succeed. It's about building the foundation for long-term success, not just in our careers, but in every area of our lives. When we force ourselves to be consistent, we become more resilient. We learn how to handle setbacks and challenges. We develop the ability to keep going, even when things don't go as planned. We build the mental toughness needed to push through the hard times and come out stronger on the other side. Consistency also helps us build trust with ourselves. When we make a commitment to be consistent and follow through on that commitment, we build trust in our own abilities. We prove to ourselves that we can do what we set out to do, that we have the strength and determination to keep going no matter what. And that trust is a powerful thing. It gives us the confidence to take on bigger challenges, to set higher goals, and to keep striving for more. Forcing yourself to be consistent is about taking control of your life. It's about making a decision to live with purpose and intention, rather than letting life happen to you. It's about understanding that you have the power to create the life you want, but that power comes with responsibility. It's about recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. And it's about choosing to respond with consistency and determination no matter what. When we force ourselves to be consistent, we create a sense of stability in our lives. We know what we need to do, and we do it day in and day out. We don't let the ups and downs of life throw us off course. We stay focused on our goals and keep moving forward no matter what. And that stability gives us the confidence to keep going, even when things get tough. Consistency is also about creating a routine that supports our goals. It's about finding a rhythm that works for us and sticking to it. It's about making time for the things that matter and eliminating the things that don't. It's about creating a structure in our lives that allows us to be our best selves every day. A routine is not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about creating a framework that helps us stay on track. It's about finding a balance between work and rest, between action and reflection. It's about understanding that consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing every day, but doing the right thing every day. When we create a routine that supports our goals, we make it easier to be consistent. We remove the guesswork from our days and create a clear path forward. We eliminate distractions and focus on what's important. We create a sense of purpose and direction in our lives, and that purpose drives us to keep going, even when things get tough. It's important to remember that consistency is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about understanding that we will make mistakes, that there will be setbacks, and that things won't always go as planned. But it's also about knowing that, as long as we keep showing up and doing the work, we will eventually reach our goals. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is, and progress comes from consistency. It comes from making a commitment to keep moving forward no matter what. It comes from deciding every day to be a little bit better than we were the day before. And it comes from understanding that, while the road to success may be long and challenging, it's a journey worth taking. Consistency is about building habits that support our goals. It's about making the right choices day in and day out. It's about understanding that every action we take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. And it's about knowing that, over time, those small actions will add up to big results. Habits are powerful because they allow us to take action without thinking. They become a part of who we are, a natural extension of ourselves. And when we develop habits that support our goals, we make it easier to be consistent. We create a system that works for us, a system that keeps us on track and helps us move steadily toward our goals. Habits reduce the need for willpower because they become automatic. We don't have to think about them, we just do them. And when our habits align with our goals, consistency becomes a natural outcome. But building habits takes time. It takes effort. It takes commitment. It takes a conscious decision to prioritize our goals and make the necessary changes in our lives to support them. And it takes the willingness to stick with it, even when it's hard. But the rewards of building good habits are immense. They lay the groundwork for lasting success and create a foundation upon which we can build the life we want. To force yourself to be consistent, you have to be clear about what you want. You have to set clear, specific goals. You have to know where you're going and why you want to get there. Your goals need to be compelling enough to pull you forward, even when the going gets tough. They need to be meaningful enough to inspire you to keep going, even when you face setbacks. A clear vision of your goals gives you direction. It gives you something to aim for, something to strive toward. It helps you stay focused and motivated, even when the initial excitement wears off. And it provides a sense of purpose, a reason to get up every morning and keep going, even when things don't go as planned. But having clear goals is not enough. You also need a plan to achieve them. You need to break your goals down into manageable steps. You need to create a roadmap that shows you how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And you need to commit to taking consistent action every day to move closer to your goals. A plan helps you stay organized and focused. It helps you prioritize your time and energy. It helps you avoid distractions and stay on track. And it gives you a sense of control over your journey, a sense of confidence that, as long as you follow your plan and stay consistent, you will eventually reach your destination. But even the best plan will only work if you put it into action. You have to be willing to take that first step and keep taking steps every day. You have to be willing to do the work, even when it's hard. You have to be willing to stay focused, even when there are distractions. And you have to be willing to keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. One of the biggest challenges to consistency is the temptation to give up when we don't see progress right away. We live in a world that values instant gratification, a world where we're used to getting what we want when we want it. But success doesn't work that way. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes persistence. It takes the willingness to keep going, even when the results are slow to come. That's why it's so important to focus on the process, not just the outcome. It's about falling in love with the daily grind, the small, everyday actions that move us closer to our goals. It's about finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. It's about understanding that every step we take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. When we focus on the process, we stay engaged and motivated. We find satisfaction in knowing that we're making progress, even if the results aren't immediately visible. We develop a sense of pride in our efforts, a sense of accomplishment in knowing that we're doing what needs to be done. And that sense of pride fuels our desire to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep striving for more. Another key to forcing yourself to be consistent is to cultivate a positive mindset. Your attitude plays a huge role in your ability to stay consistent. If you believe you can do it, if you believe you're capable of achieving your goals, you're much more likely to stay the course. But if you doubt yourself, if you're constantly questioning your abilities, it becomes much harder to stay consistent. A positive mindset is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the positives, to see the opportunities rather than the obstacles. It's about believing in your ability to overcome challenges, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep moving forward no matter what. It's about understanding that every setback is just a setup for a comeback, and that every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. To develop a positive mindset, you have to be mindful of your thoughts and beliefs. You have to be aware of the negative self-talk that can hold you back and replace it with positive affirmations that lift you up. You have to surround yourself with positive influences, people who believe in you and support your goals. And you have to take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally so that you have the energy and resilience to stay consistent. Consistency also requires accountability. It's easy to let ourselves off the hook when we're the only ones who know about our goals. But when we share our goals with others, when we make a commitment to someone else, we create a sense of accountability that helps us stay on track. Accountability can take many forms. It can be a mentor who checks in on your progress, a friend who encourages you to keep going, or a group of like-minded individuals who are working towards similar goals. It can be a coach who provides guidance and support, or a community that shares your passion and helps keep you motivated. Whatever form it takes, accountability provides an extra layer of support and motivation. It reminds you that you're not in this alone, that there are people who believe in you and are rooting for your success. It gives you someone to turn to when things get tough, someone who can offer advice, encouragement, and perspective. And it holds you accountable for your actions, reminding you that your choices matter and that your commitment to consistency is not just for you but for others as well. Another important aspect of forcing yourself to be consistent is to learn from your mistakes. No one is perfect, and everyone makes mistakes. But the key to consistency is not to let those mistakes derail you. It's about recognizing that mistakes are a natural part of the process, that they're opportunities to learn and grow, not reasons to give up. When you make a mistake, take a step back and reflect on what happened. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience, what you could have done differently, and how you can use that knowledge to improve moving forward. Be honest with yourself, but also be kind. Understand that mistakes are part of the journey, and that every mistake is an opportunity to get better, to become stronger, and to keep moving forward. It's also important to celebrate your successes along the way. Consistency is hard work, and it's important to recognize and celebrate the progress you're making. Take time to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrate the milestones you reach, the goals you accomplish, and the progress you make. Give yourself credit for the hard work you're putting in, and use those celebrations as fuel to keep going. Celebrating your successes helps you stay motivated and reminds you why you're doing what you're doing. It gives you a sense of accomplishment and reinforces your commitment to your goals, and it provides a moment of joy and satisfaction that can help carry you through the tough times. Consistency is about more than just achieving your goals. It's about becoming the person you want to be. It's about developing the habits, the mindset, and the skills that will allow you to succeed. It's about building a life of purpose, intention, and meaning. And it's about understanding that the journey is just as important as the destination. When you force yourself to be consistent, you create a life of integrity. You become someone who does what they say they're going to do, someone who can be counted on, someone who follows through on their commitments. You build a reputation for reliability and trustworthiness, and that reputation opens doors and creates opportunities. You also become more resilient. You learn how to handle setbacks and challenges. You develop the ability to keep going even when things don't go as planned. You build the mental toughness needed to push through the hard times and come out stronger on the other side. And you develop a sense of confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. Consistency also helps you develop a growth mindset. It teaches you to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as obstacles to be avoided. It helps you understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth but a necessary part of the learning process. And it encourages you to keep pushing yourself, to keep striving for more, and to keep reaching for your full potential. When you force yourself to be consistent, you create a sense of fulfillment in your life. You know that you're doing what needs to be done, that you're making progress toward your goals, and that you're becoming the person you want to be. You have a sense of purpose and direction, and that purpose gives you the motivation to keep going no matter what. Consistency is not easy. It requires effort, discipline, and commitment. It requires the willingness to keep going even when things get tough. It requires the ability to stay focused even when there are distractions, and it requires the determination to keep pushing even when the results are slow to come. but the rewards of consistency are worth the effort. When you force yourself to be consistent, you build a life of purpose, intention, and meaning. You create a foundation for lasting success and fulfillment. You develop the habits, the mindset, and the skills needed to achieve your goals. And you become the person you want to be, someone who lives with integrity, resilience, and confidence. So make the decision today to force yourself to be consistent. Make the commitment to show up every day, to put in the work, and to do what needs to be done. Stay focused on your goals and remain unwavering in your pursuit. Understand that there will be days when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, discouraged, or frustrated. But remember, it's on those days that consistency matters the most. It's on those days that your commitment is tested, and it's on those days that your true character is revealed. Consistency is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. It's the glue that holds your dreams together, the force that turns your vision into reality. Without consistency, even the best plans and intentions remain unfulfilled. But with consistency, everything is possible. So choose to be consistent. Choose to be disciplined. Choose to stay the course, no matter what. Understand that the road to success is not a straight line, but a path filled with twists and turns. Know that there will be setbacks, mistakes, and failures, but also understand that these are simply stepping stones on the way to your destination. Keep your eyes on the prize, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. Take pride in the small victories, learn from the setbacks, and keep moving forward. Remember that every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Trust in the process, trust in your abilities, and trust that, as long as you remain consistent, you will achieve everything you set out to do. Consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. It's about showing up day after day and doing the work. It's about making a commitment to yourself and sticking to it no matter what. It's about choosing to be better today than you were yesterday and believing in your ability to grow, change, and achieve. The power of consistency lies in its ability to transform. It has the power to change your habits, your mindset, and your life. It has the power to turn your dreams into reality and your goals into achievements. And it has the power to make you the person you were always meant to be. So make the choice to be consistent. Make the choice to be relentless in your pursuit of your goals. Make the choice to be unwavering in your commitment to your dreams. And make the choice to never, ever give up. Because in the end, it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. It's about your willingness to keep going, no matter what. Force yourself to be consistent, and you will find that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You will discover strength you never knew you had, resilience you never thought possible, and a sense of fulfillment that only comes from knowing that you gave it your all. Consistency is the key to unlocking your true potential. It's the foundation upon which all success is built. And it's the single most important factor in achieving your goals and living the life you want. So, commit to consistency today and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. The power is within you, and the choice is yours. Choose consistency and choose to succeed.